Hey everybody, welcome back. We're back for the Real Chatter podcast. I'm your host, Je-Ree.
Hi everyone, it's Ashley Je-Ree here.
We're so excited to be back to talk about
Yes, we are.
yes. But before we talk about TV, I had to say we started doing we're adding different things to the channel, so there's some reaction videos that you may see. But I want to say something real quick because I have to say it on camera.
Oh,
I have to get
okay.
it off my chest and get on my soapbox really, really quick.
Oh,
Uh,
let's go.
Fuck Snoop Dogg and fuck
And Nelly too, and Soldier
And
Boy, all of
Soldier
y'all.
Boy. I'm gonna say it because I don't understand. I mean, I understand money or whatever, but I really like Snoop Dogg was very, very disappointing. I unfollowed him on all my Instagram accounts because I have multiple. And he's sitting there trying to act like it don't bother him. But of course it bothers you because that's why you posting videos trying to act like it don't bother you. So like,
Exactly.
and he
And and
oh
also like
sorry.
I remember I was so disappointed because I posted a video of him like going in on,
Mhm.
them out the man, whatever elect he is. I just hate to even say it. I was so proud during that moment. And then like now to see this and what he's doing and what Nelly also sounded like a freaking fool when he sounded so bad. It was just like don't say anything. Like just be quiet. It's just so bad. What did the Bible say? That money is the root of all evil, and it really shows that it is, unfortunately.
It really is, and some statement. I don't know if it was a true statement from Nelly. Someone posted Nelly's statement talking about some show me where the
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, the orange sack is
A
white
supremacist.
supremacist, and I'm
I
like
mean, Central Park Five. How about that? Exonerated five. Let me correct
that,
myself.
and I mean they have him and his father have been sued by the Justice Department for racist tendencies, practices going on in their hotels.
Yep.
So it's like, well, I mean, what I'm not going to like I'm not Google. So if you really don't know, then Google it. And I'm like, you embarrassing Ashanti, you're embarrassing your family. Um,
Word.
Snoop, you're embarrassing as fuck. And I hope he
Mm-hmm.
loses everything. You know, he would do those Olympic games. He would be there. He was just everywhere. I hope he loses
Everywhere.
everything, but I don't know because everyone seems to be hopping on the
Upset.
Orange Sacks bandwagon with Zuckerberg now changing up his whole thing.
Yep.
It's like so now Trump, Orange
Oh, don't
Sacks,
forget TikTok too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wants to control Twitter or
Mm.
X,
Yeah.
TikTok. Now that Zuckerberg in his pocket, that's Facebook, IG, and Threads. So that just
That's
really truly
crazy.
leaves Blue Sky as the last social app that
Oh, they said Reddit too. Reddit is, they're like, free of the politics and everything. And so Blue Sky and Reddit, that's about it.
yeah, and that's it. And I just want to get on my soapbox real quick. And I know this is not a political podcast, and it took up some time, but we are Black women,
And we got to talk about these black
and
men. So I'm sorry.
I am just so disappointed in these Black men. And Soldier Boy could do all his IGs and flash his stats. That just means that you're so far removed again from the people. Like you're gonna
Yep.
flaunt your fucking money in my face, and people
Hmm.
can't even afford groceries. So
Yeah.
it's just all about money, really, really.
Yep.
So why don't you
Mm.
take some of them stacks that you just got paid to do this inauguration and put it back into your community? Because your community is what got you the phone call to
Yep.
perform for the at the inauguration in the first place.
Exactly.
I'm like,
But
who
people
the hell
soon,
is listening?
how soon they forget.
How soon? Like I don't know anyone searching for Soldier Boy music in 2025. So you
Nope.
know what? None
He
of them,
done messed up my college years of music.
Nelly or Snoop Dogg. I don't know who's searching for any of their music. Y'all, they want y'all to tap dance for them. That's why they called y'all. That's why they
Yep.
don't call, they'll never call Beyonce.
Oh, and Rick Ross too. Forgot about him.
Us
We forget
too.
about
Yeah,
you.
a bunch of washouts. They'll never, um,
Mm-hmm.
as far as music goes, because we know Snoop was doing other stuff and had endorsements. And I mean, what's Martha Stewart gonna say? I don't think she liked Trump, right?
I can't see her like it. I can't.
I can't. So it's
Also,
like what the fuck? I am just so disgusted. They're not, like I'm saying, they're not gonna obviously call like a Beyonce. They're not gonna call a Rihanna. They know who to
hmm
dial. They're not gonna call
Yep.
50 Cent. They knew who to dial. And
Yep.
I just wanted to say that. And that just really pissed me the hell off. But
Also, I hope Tia Kemp go off on her baby daddy again, like she usually do. Because one thing she could do is cuss him out.
yeah, so disappointing. I'm not watching that tomorrow. Y'all not gonna
No,
disrespect
no, no.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s day tomorrow.
That's
I'll
crazy.
watch Selma. I'll watch anything else. I'm not watching
Not so.
that. And they moved it indoors on purpose because they know
Yeah.
nobody's gonna show the fuck up.
Yep.
The code has never stopped the million other inaugurations we've had in January. So whatever.
Oh, wait, really quickly on a
Yeah.
brighter note, I know that some people see. So, my Founders Day for Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated just passed on January 16th, 1920, 105 years of service, sisterhood. So, shout out to my sorors. Okay, going
Hey,
back.
yeah. We are like, I know we got like 10 minutes now. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. And if I know people want to escape politics, I do too. I stopped, I muted stuff, but it's just a
Mhm.
lot going on with the TikTok fake ban that lasted 10 hours to everything that's going on.
Go.
So, but I
Mm.
started some new shows. I started Will
Finally,
I
I
started Will Trent.
saw.
Yes. I
Yay!
started watching Will Trent. I actually like Will Trent. And I started From, because everybody's been talking about From. And they're like,
What did
From,
you think
From,
of
From.
From? I haven't watched it yet. I'm a person who's okay with
Yeah.
spoilers. So, can you like tell me a little bit about
I
From?
was waiting for everybody. Everyone's like, you're gonna love this show. It's a supernatural show. I watched the first maybe
Supernatural.
like 4 episodes, and I'm just like, okay, I don't get it yet.
Ooh.
It's interesting, but I'm not.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not like Walking Dead edge of my seat yet.
Okay.
But
Got it.
basically, you're in this town that you can't escape. Once you end up on this road, you're stuck in this town. You think you could just drive out, like keep following the road straight, you're doing a circle. Like you can't leave the town. So this family's in an RV, they're doing this trip, and this is how they catch you in this town. There's a tree blocking the road. And then like, they get out and they're like, why is this tree here? No other trees, it can't be a storm. All these crows start showing up and they're like, what the hell? So obviously they're like, let's turn around. They turn around and end up in this town. And the town is like, "Ah, shit, we got new people." So, because that means,
They're
they already know
stuck
what's going to
here.
happen. People, they're going to freak out. Like, why can't we get out of this town? Like, why is the road taking me in a circle and I'm going in a straight line? So basically, everyone has their house. There's a diner. They're functioning, but
Yeah.
the town kind of looks decrepit, but somehow they're functioning. But you have to be inside by dark. And what's his
Hmm.
name from he plays Mercutio.
Harold
Yeah, Harold.
Mackenzie.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like Marcus. He's always Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet from to me from
For me, it's the best man.
the
So
best man, the best man. Yeah, and, he's the sheriff, and he's like ringing a bell because it's getting dark. That means everybody has to go inside, wrap up what you're doing. At night, these monsters come out that look human, and if they can get in the house, they cannot get in the house unless you open the door or window and let them in. Everyone in town has these talismans in their house. The talismans, they don't know why it keeps them out. But
Hmm.
if you open the door or let them in, they can still get in. So it's kind of like you have to be invited in or something like that. So
Okay.
the family we see, this little girl, the lady's at the window. She's like, "Hey, Megan, it's Grandma. Let me in."
Great.
And she's like, "Well, you don't look like my grandma." And I was like, "Come on, white girl, you know I'm like, you know what fucking thing is." So she's like, "Yeah, just open the window and it's gonna be fine." And so she goes to open the window, and the mom's like, "No." And the next we see them, I'm thinking they're not gonna show it. Is gruesome. Like you see their bodies open, like they tore these people apart. They're eating
Yikes.
them or something. Yeah. So the family gets stuck. The new family that we see from their perspective, them and another car get in an accident, so that everyone gets stuck. They're in this town and they're like, "What the fuck you mean we can't leave?" And they're like, "You want a drink? Sit down."
Let me tell you
Let
something.
me tell you what happened. So like the lady kind of tells like how she ended up getting stuck. And so it's like, when a new family comes, they all try to be as nice as possible, but it's like it's a
Yeah.
shock, obviously. They all went through it, realizing that you can't escape this fucking town and that we're all surrounded by these monsters.
That
So
is
yeah,
insane. See,
it's insane.
and I have a thing where like I can't watch. I'm very weird. So I like horror stories and horror
Yeah.
things, but I can only watch it during the day. So
Yeah.
I can't watch it at night because it freaks me out. So I will have to like literally wait until the next day to watch it, and I've like done that. Also, I started watching Mayfair Witches, which is on AMC
I
Plus.
watched that first pilot episode and found it so boring. It's
Girl, it is. I tried to stick it out, and I did make it to the second season. I think for me, I'm getting a little bit heebie-jeebies because basically it's like a demon and witches, and that's fine. And this demon is attached to one family, specifically the Mayfairs. So he needed the 13th witch, which is Rowan. Rowan is the 13th witch, but it's so weird because then they embark on like a sexual relationship, and then he become like she's pregnant
Mhm.
and by ciphering, and then he's able to get inside the embryo and become that child, but they had a sexual relationship, but he's also like she's also his mom. And I said, okay, now this is starting to freak me out. This is a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to, exit stage left. And Anne Rice, I don't know if this is what you really wanted, but I don't know if it's for me. Cause but the interview with the vampire, and that's what made me stay with it because I really did enjoy the
I
first
was like,
season of
does
Interview with
the
the
stat show
Vampire.
up at any time, at any point?
They have somebody, they were able to take one vampire from the Interview with the Vampire, and I was looking, I was like, he looks familiar. But besides them, like, no, they tried to
Yeah.
do just one little intertwining situation. But yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. So I think I'm like officially like done, even though I made it to
Yeah.
the second season. It's just essentially just not my skilo,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I watched the first episode, and the girl that's the main character,
I think she's beautiful though.
she's
The woman who plays
beautiful, but she
Roland. It's
can't
her
act.
eyes.
She can't act
Yeah.
at all. She was in the original, not the new Disney Plus show that's on now, but the original movie Percy Jackson
I
series.
think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, I can't get past the horrible acting. And that is, my niche is supernatural. I'm a supernatural girly. So
Yeah.
you give me a witch, you give me vampires, I'm there. So I love Interview with the Vampire. So I was like, oh, let me watch Mayfair.
It's so good.
Yeah, and it was a disappointment. I remember in the first season of Interview with the Vampire, they mentioned like the brother that had problems. He mentions like, oh, the Mayfair mansion down the road, and I caught that, and I was like,
Yep.
and so they're doing a third spinoff on AMC Plus, Talamasca.
Mm.
So it's going to follow the human organization that keeps like
Them
tabs
supernatural forces in New
yeah,
Orleans, like, yeah.
that keeps tabs on all the supernatural stuff. So I'm excited for that, but I'm like, if it's anything like Mayfair, which kind is so weird to me because it's like Interview with the Vampire is one of the best shows on television.
Top tier.
Yeah, so if the same people behind that, how do you fuck up? Like, did you send in your C team? Who fucked up Mayfair with you?
Yeah, like, and I'm sorry, like, usually, like, a lot of the rich shows are very good. I still feel some type of way about The Circle that was on the WB being canceled after one
The
season.
Secret
And
Circle?
yeah, The Secret
Yeah, okay,
Circle.
yeah, okay, yeah.
I still feel some type of way. I rocked with that show. So
You
I
watch
still
Charmed?
feel, huh?
The new Charmed with the the Latin girls, the Latino
Oh,
girls?
the reboot. Well, I did
Yeah,
a little bit of it, but I think I wasn't really a charm girly because of how they treated Shannon Doherty, and I
Mhm.
just never forgot that. I'm sorry, I'm a Shannon Doherty stan. I mean, she rest in peace, but like I that's why I couldn't really give it. But like even like the originals, I love the originals, even though it's not how they blended in the riches sometimes. And like I love that stuff. But even just how they canceled the Secret Circle, which I thought was an amazing show. So I be sometimes like looking for supernatural shows like that. So we could say what we want, Julie Peck, but like at the end of the day, she really did have some good shows. The originals is top tiers. I thought they were better than Vampire Diaries for keeping it above.
Um, I'm a Buffy the Vampire Slayer angel girl, like Vampire Down, Queen of the Damned too, shout out.
Oh yes, happy belated
I
birthday to Aaliyah.
Yeah, yes. And Anne Rice has said in an interview that like Aaliyah, even though that movie wasn't that great, so how she pictured it, she was like Aaliyah, chef kiss to her portrayal of Akasha.
Yeah,
That's how she views Akasha from now on. So when they bring Akasha into Interview with the Vampire, I'm praying that they keep either they get an Egyptian actress or a darker skin or someone that resembles Aaliyah to play.
yeah,
But as far as Julie Peck, yeah, fuck her all day.
yeah.
Uh,
That's all.
and I what I was going to say was like I would fall off interview with the vampire, Vampire Diaries and come back, fall off and come back because I just could not understand why they were treating Bonnie that way and why they only ever had one black person in that cast. So
Yep,
it
just
pissed me
her.
off.
And it was very weird that they would, sometimes they would have Jasmine Guy come in and the
Yeah,
woman who from
they
Girlfriends come
killed
in
her,
too.
but they killed the grandmother.
They did, yeah.
All the
So,
witches in that in her
all
blood
the witches they did kill.
were killed, and of course they're black because Bonnie's black. And I'm like, I love that whole bloodline is black witches, but you're killing everybody. She had
Yeah.
no one, and then they were like, give her, and she got with
Give
Jeremy.
her a man and kill him too.
Yeah, give her a man and kill him. And I was like, oh, she got with Jeremy. I was like, that's cute because Jeremy had a glow up, and I was like,
Yep.
he's cute. He's older now,
Dang, they killed him too. He
and
did have
not
a
only
glow up.
killed him, but he cheated on her with a ghost. And I was like, yo, this fucking respect to Bonnie fucking Bennett is pissing me off. And then for
Mm,
her to honestly and know that everybody wanted her with Damon, she was like, well, I'm just not giving it to you because that's not what I want. And it's like, bitch,
yeah.
fuck you.
And that's where it, and I hate, showrunners and executive producers who are like that because
Like
you're
Valentine, we
now
talking to
you're
you.
yeah, General Hospital. But that they tend to alienate their fans. And it's so weird to me too, because like even when I think about Dawson's Creek, Kevin Williamson did not want, Joey and Pacey together. The fans wanted Joey and Pacey together. So like even they said even for the series finale, Joshua Jackson loved people. And Katie Holmes were like, no, like this is the fan base, this is what they want. He tried, and Kevin, of course, he tried it, but them two were like, absolutely not, because at the end of the day, we know what we've seen and what the fans would want, and this is what they would want. So he bended to their will. And I don't understand why other people don't want to essentially give their fans what they want. That's so weird to me.
It is weird to me too, because like, okay, we watching, if we don't watch you out of a job. So
You're
it's
out
like,
of a job.
yeah, I mean, you don't want to appease the fans to the detriment of the story and make it out of character. So I understand that. But
Mm-hmm.
but when that's not the case, like why would it hurt you, Julie Peck, to just put Damon and Bonnie together? I mean, they were basically a couple.
Yep. And they were a hot
They,
couple. Didn't she, did she had them like trapped in this like weird world for like how many
yeah,
episodes? It was like half a season, it felt like.
like they got so close and they did the best trope of enemies to lovers because they hated each other. And
Yep.
I'm like, I just don't get it. And then you have a show like New Amsterdam, which I did not watch, but I was like, I you couldn't miss it on Twitter.
Girl.
They put
Oh.
those two characters together like all the fans wanted, and then fucking broke them up. So it was like they did it out of spite. Like, okay, y'all gonna
And it
bully
took
us to do it.
forever to get them together. And when they got to that scene, when they got together, was so freaking hot. And I was just like, what the hell? And then they
All
broke
I
them up.
saw was that damn scene with that door closed, like fan
Yes.
base was losing their mind. It was trending. And I was like,
Oh,
oh yeah, y'all got what y'all wanted. And then like the next season, I was like, oh, they broke them up. And it was
yeah.
they
You
it
are
was like
traumatizing me right now.
they felt bullied. The TP powers that be felt bullied into doing it. And so it kind of was like, ah, I got you, bitch. And like
Um,
I was like, why would they do that? That's so
and
mean. And
and
now look, they
that's
got
why
canceled.
I
They got
felt like
canceled.
too, then the ratings like plummeted as
And they got
well. Like,
canceled. Mhm.
yep, like after that, because you lose the trust of the fan, the fan
Mhm.
base, and it brings me back to like 90210 as well, because I don't care nobody. Brenda and Dylan should have been together. That's what it should have been, and so was Brandon and Kelly. The only good thing is that they just wanted to leave. So Jeannie Garth was never leaving. So but the other
They
ones, because
came
I
back for the
truly,
reboot.
yeah, the real sis was like, I'm coming back. So
Yeah.
I do feel like if Jason Priestley would have stayed, then Kelly and Brandon would have been together, because that's what it is. But I just don't understand, like, it just always feels like some showrunners and the powers that be, they just want to stick it to the fans and twist the
Mhm.
knife, and then that's when your show get canceled. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Now
As
look
soap
at you.
fans, we understand because those people in charge of soap operas do not want to listen to us at all.
At all.
I mean, this should prepare us when we go to prime time, but it doesn't. You
It
still get
doesn't.
frustrated. It takes me back to, and I know we're running out of time. We got
Yeah.
like about 7 minutes left, but well, I have to say, it's Sleepy Hollow. The way they played Nicole
Ooh,
Hari goes down in television history. And look what happened. Fox had a hit. It
they
was like
did.
I distinctly remember. It's even before doing any of this that we do now, like media stuff. They were only, I have to say, about 4 episodes into their first season, and then they renewed it for season 2 because the ratings were
It was
astronomical
good in the
at that
beginning.
time. Yeah, it was going through the roof. Everybody was watching Sleepy Hollow. And it got to the second season and the writing kind of got weird. And I was like, this is
Hmm.
weird. And then it got to what the third season is when she got fired. And I was like, oh no, I'm not watching. So when
Hmm.
she left, I stopped watching the show and it got canceled.
And look at her now.
And look
Like
at her now. Yeah.
she the only reason that I watched the morning show on Apple TV is because of her.
She's a
Like
phenomenal actress.
I was like, let me see what she's doing. And she was killing it. That season that I watched because of her, I was like, give my girl the Emmy, the Golden Globe, all of that. Like she deserves it. She is an amazing actress and elevates the story. Like she,
Elevates. And I mean, if everybody, of course, those were the two main characters. You wanted Ichabod and her to build a relationship, a friendship, and
yep.
turn into whatever. And it's like, they just ruined like such a good
It's so
show.
weird, girl. It's so
It was
weird.
such a weird, out there, campy, but serious, fun show. Like, you were like, what the fuck is going on in Sleepy Hollow? Like, it was
Yep.
weird.
But
Like,
it worked
it
until it didn't.
works. Like he got spelled or something. I don't remember. I haven't watched it so long. And he woke up in present day. Like that's crazy. And they have to fight
Yep.
these supernatural forces. I thought that was such a fun show.
Yeah, it was. But
Yeah.
then of course they always gotta mess up the good time, fun
They
time.
always gotta mess it up. And it's like if you just listen to the fans, like at some you have to listen to the consumers.
Hmm.
That's why we have streaming now, and that's why things go to streaming because we stopped going to the movies.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
like
With Wicked, that came on the streaming super quick. I'm waiting for the price to go down a little bit
I'm
more
not
so I
paying
can
twenty
rent it.
dollars for Wicked, and I love musicals. I will wait for it to show up on Peacock or whatever. Whoever,
I'm not paying $20
I'm not paying
to
$20.
stream, but I will pay 5 to rent. And that's what I'm waiting for right
Yeah,
now.
but Gladiator 2 should be streaming either this week on
Oh
Paramount something.
wow.
Because I went to look at that and I said, "Oh, I'm not paying $20."
Mm-mm.
So
Nope.
yeah, it should be on Paramount Plus this week, and I will watch it.
Yes.
Yes, I want to see this guy. I think he's the new Glenn Powell. He can knock Glenn Powell annoying ass.
I have to say that Paramount
A nice
Plus, they
guy.
he's an, I do
He's
have to say
everywhere.
Paramount Plus has the best movies. I'm sorry they
Paramount
do.
Plus is the best streaming app as far as content. I
Yes.
open them all the time. Like they have all the shows. They have all the movies.
All the movies, all the shows. Okay, so they still have the new edition, okay? The mini series. Your girl still watches it. I'm gonna tell y'all something. For an entire year, I went to sleep to the new edition story. You could not tell me nothing. That was it. So they still have that. Kiss the Girls. I still watch that. They just added Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis and Samuel Jackson. I'm like, I'll be like, yes, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I
Plus the show
love Paramount
now they
Plus.
have the Showtime stuff. I'm like, oh, this is it.
Yep.
Oh my God, before we go real quick, did you watch The Pit?
Yeah.
This this episode was a little bit more slower than the other
Yeah, it
two,
was.
but it was still good. It was still good.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, I was like, I need you to pick it up. The scene that stuck out to me the most, you probably know what it's gonna be when the dad blamed the girl.
he
Uh,
can he get a guest spot Emmy? Because he really he killed that scene.
he was coming at her, and it shocked her, like her, like to find out he died. But
Yeah,
don't be blaming me. I ain't do it. He gave it to him. But of course, she don't. He don't want to. You know, that's his son. He don't want to.
yeah, that back and forth was saying she was like, he gave it to Johnson. Like, oh, this shit.
It's a,
Yeah, I know, right? Popcorn. So hopefully it gets a little bit more exciting because I was super excited for it. And I was like, I get it. Everything can't be a rush. It was a slow episode to kind of, I guess, build us back up. So I really did
Mhm.
enjoy that. I'm like, oh my God, what else? What else? What else?
Oh,
What else?
the Kim be Kimming though too. I have to say that.
It can be coming. Abbott Elementary,
Oh,
testing, that was another good episode.
yo, Ocean, I just need them. The angst that they're giving me. I'm just like, please, just get them together already. I need Ava and him together.
I know. And she keep checking him out. I'm like, girl, just get with him. But she
Yeah,
kind of annoys me because I'm like, she be going a little OD with the
she
insults on
do.
me. And I'm like,
She do.
it's to the point where it's kind of not even funny anymore. She's kind of a bully.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Well, she's always been a
yeah,
bully.
but I mean, like, it's been like extra. And I'm like, can they reel that back?
It's
Oh,
like she's one of them young people who like somebody and they're mean to them, but
yeah.
it's just a lot for an adult.
But what was really good, I thought, was Doc again.
Yes, I love that show.
I did too.
I
I'm like,
love that show.
got a little.
I made me wait all the way until mid-season, but like I love it. It's so good, and I don't care. I still want the husband and the doctor together. That's what I want.
I know me and our friend Shalisha, who's a friend of the show, she watches the podcast. Shout out
Hey,
to Shalisha.
girly.
Hey, girl. Me and her still trying to figure out who do we want her with because I'm like the chemistry is with the young guy, but I'm like that's her husband, so it's like I can't figure out. Who I want to be
But
with.
we haven't been able because we've seen them kissing and he's all
Yeah.
lovey-dovey. We haven't had the opportunity to see the husband be kissy and lovey-dovey, but you see the love there. Like, I don't know, something in his eyes. And even when he was talking to his daughter about like just give her some time, and the daughter, like, it's been 2 years. So
Yeah.
like it's something there that I see, and I'm just like, I just need to see that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And they, I
Get
mean,
y'all on the wrong team. Get on the right team.
and it shocked me when they were like, "Oh, we're not gonna let you come back," and I was like, "Damn, how's she gonna pregnant? What's this the whole show?" And then the husband was like, "Well, she can't," and I'm like, "That's true. If she has a disability, you can't fire her."
Because she
So
still has all her smarts. Like, I
yeah,
get what they're saying, but she's still smart and she's a doctor. Get that woman her job back. Just
yeah.
monitor
So
her.
I mean, that was really good. So I mean, is TV back? Finally, we recovered from COVID.
COVID did see what did the strike did it. They was like, oh, okay, now
Yeah.
now we back.
The strike,
Okay.
yeah, the COVID and the strike. We are back with some good shows with some different stories that are
Hmm.
keeping us on the edge of our seat. So,
Chugging along.
chugging along. So, thank y'all so much for tuning in for another episode. This is like therapy for me. So,
Yes, I love it. I have so much fun with you.
so much fun. So, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.